Financial gravity. You get income. It lands into your checking account, and then bills and debts are paid. And then you give, tithe, save, invest last due to financial gravity, right? It's just like this. It's like you get your paycheck, you're doing this with your money. You're doing this. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh, that's cash flow. Oh my God. That's all of you for the most part. That's all of us. We're constantly doing this, trying to catch the money when it lands into your checking account on Friday, on payday, before bills go out, and then what remains, you're like trying to save it. That's no way to live. That's anxiety, that's stress, that's depression, that bleeds into your marriage, that creates these other symptoms that lead to divorce, that lead to domestic abuse, that leads to violence, that leads to hate and anger and resentment towards rich people, and twists your worldly views on others who have more than you, and then you play the Joneses game. You play the keeping up with the Joneses game, and it's a mess, ladies and gentlemen. It is a total mess. Yes, scary. Very scary way to live. Just like this. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Carpal tunnel right there all day. Tough. Here is the way you want to operate. You need a flow. Your money needs to flow, okay? Has to flow in a beautiful circle. I draw a triangle. This illustrates the velocity banking strategy, but it also illustrates how money can flow. And when money is in flow, it's always earning. And so before a bill is paid, I'm earning. And this can go deep. I mean, we can go so deep. I can't wait to spend more time with you guys. Let me come back. So I'm gonna give you an example on my property. When I first bought my house, the property tax bill was around this number. I have to look at it exactly. It's like 11,800. That's property tax, and this was due November. My homeowner's insurance, when I was first quoted, was this number, I think around $6,800. This was due December, because that's when I bought the property back in 2023 is when I got the property. So, you have to pay your homeowner's insurance up front, part of your closing costs. Now, I did two things. Because I paid in full, the actual number was slightly less than if I were to set up monthly payments. This amount would have been like 7,000. And then I installed a smoke detector alarm in my house that's connected to my local fire department. So in the event I'm not home and my house goes up in flames, someone will still arrive to put out the flames to protect the home, and I get a 10% discount. Okay, and that's huge. With property taxes, if I paid in November, let's say it's this price, but if I wait to as far as February is the latest that I can pay it, then the amount goes up to like $12,300. So instead of me paying monthly and paying more on the bill itself through escrow, I'm gonna pay it out of pocket when it's due in full, pay less, so I save money on the bill itself, save money on homeowners insurance, save money on property taxes. That's hundreds of dollars of savings right there. And total this up, 11,800 plus 6,800 is $18,600. What if that was sitting in my high yield savings and I earn 3%? That's about 500 bucks. So I didn't work more hours, right? You agree? I didn't work more hours and I didn't cut the expenses. I still have to pay property taxes. I'm not going to opt out of that. They'll take my home. I'm not going to opt out of homeowners insurance and have an issue. I'm going to keep paying that. So notice how much money I just put in your pocket already with the credit card strategy, with the switching of monthly to annual, and with removing escrow from your property. Now, the only way you can remove escrow from your home is if you have put down, I want to say 10 to 20% or more, or if you have 20% equity in your home, and depending on the mortgage provider, the broker that you have your mortgage with, or the bank or whatever, you have to put that request in and see if you can qualify. Now, if you have a VA loan, I think, or if you were with, let's say you went FHA route, there might be some additional stipulations involved to remove escrow from that. You might have to refinance into a conventional mortgage, I think, with the FHA. I could be completely wrong on that. But for those that went conventional, you put a certain amount down, your property's increased in value 20% or more. In most cases, you're able to remove escrow, handle it on your own. You're going to save money on the bill itself. You're now going to intentionally save money just like you were with the mortgage payment. You're not going to act like this is new money for you to spend. That's where this stuff, people can mess themselves up. So again, that's disclosure. If you have that restraint and you're saying, no, this is not new cash flow, I'm just going to automate that, park that in a high yield savings account because I need it to be liquid when the bill is due. And I'm just going to be earning interest now on all these dollars. So I'm earning interest by keeping more of my W-2 paycheck. I'm earning interest by spending less money on my cost of living, and I'm earning interest on my property taxes and homeowners insurance that I'm going to pay annually because I switched from monthly to annual, so I save on the bill itself, and I am earning that money in a high yield savings, earning 3-4%, maybe more, maybe less. But on average, say 3-4%, whatever it is, that's money, right? That's is that nice? Is that attractive? And think of it as stacking. It's hard to do this all at once. This is not like, okay, this is a process. So it's like depending on what season you're in and what's going on, we will figure out in that list that I shared how valuable this is. And for the people who are six-figure income W-2, oh my goodness, the amount of money I'm able to find for you is crazy. And we haven't even discussed how you can make more money and or cut expenses, remove waste. So in my coaching process, before I go Dave Ramsey on somebody, which I almost never do, I don't tell them cut, restrict, restrain, scarcity mode. I don't do that because the kingdom doesn't operate that way. It doesn't operate in scarcity mode. I first think in abundance. I first think opportunities, creatively, think outside the box. And once I've exhausted those things, then I come back to the fundamentals and just say, hey, Thomas, are you spending less than what you make? Okay, cool. Oh, you're spending more than what you make, Thomas? Yeah, we need it. We need to fix that. So yes, in that scenario, we'd have to cut expenses so that you're spending less than what you make. Then I can play with the different creative options here. Huge, so valuable.
I help moms, women build wealthy kingdoms that will last forever, and to have authority over their finances by helping them pay off debt, increase cash flow, lower your expenses, build your credit, all using your own income.